Hello students. Let us start with part 6 of morphology of flowering plants. Today we are going to study about the structure and functions of leaf. So basically leaf is a green dorsiventrally flat lateral appendage of the stem which is produced at the node. So it is coming at the lateral part. The green color of the leaf, we know that it is because of presence of a pigment chlorophyll, which is a photosynthetic pigment, and therefore it is able to manufacture food by the process of photosynthesis. And now if the green photosynthetic leaves, they are many in number, collectively it will be called as the foliage. Now if to show you in rough diagram, the stalk, this is a stem. So the leaf arises at the node. The leaf consists of three main parts. It has a leaf base, which is also called as the hypopodium. So this is hypopodium. I'll just write H, or it is also called as the leaf base. Okay. Now from this arises a stalk of the leaf. The stalk of the leaf is called as the petiole, or it is also called as the mesopodium. Now, petiole may be present, may not be present, it may be cylindrical, it may be hollow. Now, on the either side of the leaf base arises hairy structures called as stipules. If stipules are present, leaf is stipulate. If stipules are absent, it is exstipulate. And then this is the broad lamina, also called as epipodium. So this is the lamina, which is called as epipodium, and which has margin. So this is the margin of the leaf. This is the leaf apex region. So this is the apex epipodium. This angle, it is called as the axil. Usually axillary bud comes here. If the bud is coming outside, we call it as extra axillary bud. So this is extra axillary bud. Extra axillary bud. So this is hypopodium, mesopodium, epipodium. Inside it there are veins and veinlets. Especially I'm drawing about reticulate venation. So these are conducting the water, mineral and food, and they also form a network. If a network of veins and veinlets is present, it is called as reticulate venation, as in dicot. But in monocots, as in banana, if you see, the venation is parallel venation. So there is a midrib. Consider this to be a straight line. And then these are parallel venations. So parallel venation is seen in monocots like canna, like banana, right? So this is the basic structure of the leaf. So let us proceed. So characteristic feature of a leaf, it is a lateral appendage which is coming on the side. It is forming from a leaf primordium. The basic cells are called as primordium. It is always produced at the node region. Look at the diagram. This is the node, this picture, and leaf arises from the node. There is axillary bud present in the axil of the leaf. I have already told you. Then the leaf base is called as hypopodium, and sometimes this hypopodium is swollen. Then it is called as pulvinous leaf base, as you can see in mango leaf. Then the second part is petiole, also called as mesopodium, and the third part is lamina, called as epipodium. So let us see leaf, more characters. The growth is limited because it does not have buds, nodes, internodes. So the growth of the leaf is always limited, and vascular bundles are present in the veins and veinlets. This is very important. The leaf are having presence of openings which are called as stomata, and the stomata, they are carrying out exchange of gases. They are also carrying out the process of transpiration. Now different parts of the leaf, first we'll discuss about hypopodium. So this basal part of the leaf which you can see in the picture, it is hypopodium. It is also called as leaf base. It is attached to the node region of the stem or the branch, and if it is having these hair like fine structures called stipules, we call it as stipulate leaf. If these stipules are absent, we call it as exstipulate leaf. Second part is petiole or mesopodium. The stalk of the leaf is called as petiole. It is connecting the leaf base to the lamina, and if the leaf is having this petiole, we call it as a petiolate leaf. If it is absent, we call it as a sessile leaf. What is the function? It will expose or raise the lamina so that maximum sunlight can be received to carry out photosynthesis. It also helps in conduction of minerals, food and water. This petiole usually it is cylindrical, but it sometimes can be hollow. Hollow types of petiole is seen in papaya. It can be flat in case of acacia. You can see this is a papaya petiole and it is hollow from inside. It is swollen and with erenchyma in case of ecornia or water hyacinth. So petiole or mesopodium. Lamina, the leaf blade or the epipodium, it is this green part, the expanded part, and this is the part which is very important because it is having chlorophyll pigments which carry out photosynthesis. It has midribs, main veins, main ventlets, and vascular tissue. It helps in photosynthesis. This part has the stomata which carries out gaseous exchange and transpiration. So students, I hope you have understood parts of leaf. In next video, we'll discuss about arrangement of leaf, that is phyllotaxy. Thank you.